Thank you for tuning in to Gloves Off Seattle. Your hosts, Patti and Meagan, will be talking about all things Seattle women's hockey. A huge Pacific Northwest welcome to the PWHL. Gloves Off Seattle! Well, hello, and welcome to another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.
Gloves Off Seattle.
Oh, yeah, it's Sunday. We're recording on Sunday.
My wife's favorite time to record.
Sunday afternoon. Well, I guess it's almost Sunday night, 6 o'clock.
Night.
Yeah. Well, honestly, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to talk about because a lot's gone on in the last week and a half since we recorded last. So the last time we recorded was with Hannah Murphy, and that was
awesome.
a week ago Wednesday. So it's been almost, or 10 days since we recorded last.
And a long 10 days. I mean, we were gone on vacation.
Well, so that's what I was going to say. So that was part of the reason why we got that episode out when we got it out, because we knew we were going to be on vacation last week. So we took the kids to Disney. That's what we did. So we went to Anaheim and did Legoland, Disney, California Adventure, and Universal Studios. And go ahead.
We went to a Ducks game.
Yeah, we threw a Ducks game in the middle of all that, which they won, which was great. It was their first
comeback. Comeback.
Yeah, it was their first game back, and it was the first time the boys got to see them.
They celebrated Kayla Barnes because Kayla's from Southern California and was a Lady Duck.
Yeah,
so got
that
to
was
celebrate her.
That was really nice. We posted that on social media for those that follow us on social media. So yeah, it was really cool to see her celebrated, to see all the Olympians celebrated, and then also just to see the Ducks win and be able to celebrate them at home, because I've only seen them in Anaheim once at the Honda Center, and the boys had never seen them at the Honda Center. The rest of our family, because we took a bunch of people with us, but so it was fun. It was really good, and we get to see a bunch of your friends.
Yeah,
everybody at the Honda Center knows Patti, guys. It was really funny because she is the welcoming committee everywhere she goes. So if you've met us, you know this. She tries to remember people's names. She writes down notes about people just so she can remember all these things. And this is the funny story. I don't even think you and I have really talked about this. So we're looking for a place to park. We pull up to just some random corporate building lot where it's like $20 to park. Great, awesome. It's just across just across the river, right? or the whatever that is, the canal.
Is
it a river? Oh, it's a river. It doesn't look like a river, guys. Anyway, so right across the river from the Honda Center, and she pulls in, and literally this woman who is taking money instantaneously recognizes her, and it made me laugh so hard because she looks a lot different than when she left. Her hair is shorter. She's no longer coloring it, and it's just it was really funny because I'm like, instantaneously they knew exactly who she was, and they were like, "It's been forever. Where have you been?" And I was like, "Holy crap!" So the fact that everybody else knew her there was not unsurprising, but it was great. It was fun.
It was good. It's my second home now.
Yeah,
third home.
Third home.
I
was like, I hope this is first.
No,
home.
this is first home. Yeah. This is the first home, and then the Climate Pledge won the Turner plane.
Yeah.
And then the Ducks. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good to go to my old home and see old friends, and Jess and Mike yelled down to us.
Yeah.
And Christy was on. Christy and Scott were on the club section, so you can't go down there without a ticket, but they text me, and it was really nice.
And she got the boys pucks. She got me a puck the first time I went to.
Thank you, Blanche.
Yeah.
Blanche went with us.
Blanche, yes, thank you, Blanche.
Yeah.
Shout out. What's her son's name?
John.
John. I was like, Scott. No, that wasn't right. John. Thank you, John, because John really hooked us up. So anyway, I said now this is the tradition. When we bring family to the Honda Center, we have to get them pucks. So the boys got a puck on their first trip too, which was really nice. And they both have them. They were very excited about having them. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's all good.
It was good.
So we were on vacation literally all last week. So it was very nice that we had that episode with Hannah to be able to put out. And that was it was so fun to get to talk to her. And I think people really enjoyed that episode. And she's she's an amazing, incredible young woman, as are all the players on our team. Let's be honest. But yeah, so that was super fun. And then we flew home Friday morning, guys. Friday morning, we flew home, dropped the kiddos off, and then basically turned around and went up to Climate Pledge.
We got a little nap, didn't we? Did we get
I think we did. I think we didn't nap for an hour, but it was, and so we brought friends with us, brought some of my friends with us. My bestie that lives in Spokane flew over, for a couple of things this weekend. We'll talk about all that. So she came with us, and then one of my work friends also came with us to the game, and so it was super fun. It was a fun night for lots of reasons, and we'll talk a lot about the game. But yeah, if you saw us and we looked a little glazed over on Friday night, that was why.
That was why.
We were literally just coming home from vacation. So
Hmm.
okay,
It was quick too.
it
And
was.
it was a fun-filled week and
Oh
just,
yeah. And it
yeah,
was fun because we got to see like I mean we didn't get to go to the press conference, but we're going to shout out Brittany. They went to the press conference in our stead. Thank you so much, Brittany. They took amazing photos
hmm
and did some amazing posts. So if you follow us on social media, go out and find those posts because they just
they
did
did a great
yeah
job.
just an amazing job. They did this and for those that don't know, and I hope everybody knows, but if you don't know, they had a press conference up in the Space Needle to celebrate the four returning gold medalists for Team USA. So they were all there,
We
and
were sad to miss,
yeah,
but
we were
glad Brittany
yeah
could go.
yeah very sad that we couldn't be there, but that we were on vacation, so it is what it is. And so the fun thing about that is Megan Rapinoe did a lot of talking. She did a lot of talking. She did a lot of, she was kind of emceeing, I think, the event, and she was wearing this gorgeous Peace Collective sweater that, or is it Peace Collective?
It
Peace
is Peace
Collection?
Collective.
Peace Collective. I'm not going to misbrand them. That Patty is now wearing. We bought this to share, guys.
We did
So
to
you'll
share.
probably see both of us in it at some point or another.
My wife will get a great outfit together for
I'm
Mother's Day.
already thinking about what I'm gonna wear with it. But anyway, so it is, and it's a beautiful sweater. I've seen other people, there was a limited amount of them. So unfortunately, not everybody got their hands on one. But I do know that the Peace Collective has other teams, sweaters on their website. So maybe they'll,
Revamp it,
yeah, make
make
more.
more.
And but anyway, so yeah, it was a little spendy, I'm not gonna lie, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sweater. The
Hmm.
color is great. I'm very excited to put an outfit together around it too. So
Yes. And if
anyway.
you order it online, it's very oversized.
Yeah,
But
none of them they're not online. Like I know because
oh,
Court was looking and like they're
oh,
not online. Yeah, that's
okay.
what I'm saying. Like the other teams, and that's how I found out how much they were because I was like, just, curiosity on the way home on the plane. I'm like, how much are these sweaters that I'm coveting right now? And so the other teams had theirs out there that you could buy online. So I'm hoping that after, we did this launch here, like because they only had them, they had a limited number of them. And there were other pieces too that by the Peace Collective because
There were that button down. Uh-huh.
Ava 365 Hockey Girl, and I think Alicia Crank both got the rugby, this like a cream with the green. I don't know. I'm a little questioning about the green that's in that one, so people can weigh in on that. Ava, you can tell me what you think. I think the green is a little too emerald green. It's not as teal as the colors of the team, but they're all beautiful pieces. Like they did a great job. So
Yeah. Yeah.
anyway, so
As
that
always, Sadie, thank you.
yeah, Sadie hooking us up with the merch, making us poor over here for sure.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you went up early to do press.
Hmm.
Basically on the way up, we found out that Hillary,
LTIR,
yeah,
long-term injury reserve,
yeah,
and they signed Langsa
yeah.
to
So Sydney Langseth got signed.
hmm
Um,
making her debut.
yes, and she got her rookie lap on Friday night, which was fun. It was
Hmm.
fun to watch. But what did Coach say about? I mean, we got very limited information about Hillary Knight, but if you want to talk about what Coach said in pregame,
Very limited. I don't think
yeah.
anyone really asked. Did anyone ask about her? I don't. We just took it for granted what they said.
Charles did ask.
Did
Charles from Circling Seattle Sports asked it was the first question. And the question was, is there anything you can tell us? And Steve basically said, no, no, no. I did post the pregame and the postgame pressers on our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch that on
That's
YouTube,
why I
you
didn't
can too.
remember it. Not much was said.
Yeah, he said very little, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I think lower body, um, and I think that what we've decided from our conjecture is because they normally do a 10-day contract for the reserve player when they bring them up, that it's got to be at least a 10-day, like an injury that they think they're going to be out for 10 days. So we're guessing the next game on March 11th, she'll be questionable for.
Right. Could
So
go either way.
it could go either way, but we'll,
Yep.
as we find out information, we'll give you information. But the other big news of the night was Hannah Bilka was also out, but she is day to day.
Hmm.
So, I think that, the question mark will be whether she's in practice or not and that sort of thing. And Brian will keep us clink. Will keep us up to date on all that because he has the opportunity more often than we do to attend practices. So we'll let you know what we know. So
Yeah.
Tara Lova was back. That was very exciting to see her healthy and
Yes.
skating. She was a very big presence on the ice.
The
And
lines
then,
were all jumbled
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
made,
It
with
was,
Bilka and Night Out,
yeah.
you had to.
Who did Carby play with? That was the thing is I felt like Carby was kind of a little orphaned
Mhm.
on the ice, and she had to play with a completely different line than she's used to playing with. So
Yeah.
okay, so anything else from pregame?
Um, no, no, just talking about the Olympics and welcoming everyone back and
Yeah,
that whole
yeah,
nonsense with that.
yeah.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, not that I don't want to acknowledge it that it happened. Like it's annoying. And I think Hillary Knight actually did an excellent job of addressing the fact that it's not our responsibility. And I don't feel like it's my responsibility either to speak for other people's bad behavior. So I'm gonna that's yeah, I don't really want to say much else about it other than
It's
it was
great.
very, the whole thing was very distasteful. The women deserve all the accolades. They got amazing accolades at the game. I will say the celebration that they did for and then Hillary, even though Hillary wasn't on the ice, they did bring her out
In
and
the
she
tunnel.
waved in the tunnel and she waved to everybody, which was really nice to see. And then she was
Mhm.
on Saturday Night Live on Saturday night,
Yeah.
so yeah.
I haven't seen it
I
yet.
haven't either. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of it. I mean, I've seen clips on social media, but that's, but
Yeah.
yeah, her and Megan Keller both got to be on Saturday Night Live, which was cute because, well, cute. I don't want to call it cute. Actually, that's downplaying it. It was good because what they did basically was they took the high road, which is what I love, and they're like, oh no, we all belong here, and because there was two of the players from the men's team were there, two of the Hughes brothers, so it was like, yeah, they're like, no, we all belong here, like, and they got center stage, which I was really appreciative of too. So
Awesome.
yeah. Okay, so beginning, game started. We did the Olympic celebration. They announced that we sold out the climate pledge, guys,
Yeah.
which was really
U.S.
amazing.
record
Yeah, yeah. So
breaking
that came
attendance.
later in the game that there was that we did break the U.S. record again because we broke the U.S. record at the
With the
beginning of
kick.
the season. No, no, no. At the
Oh, with
beginning
the
of
home
yeah,
opener.
the
That's
home
right.
opener we broke the record, and then I think DC
Like
out.
that.
Yeah, DC broke that, and then now we broke it. We broke it back,
Hmm.
which is funny because we were like, we didn't think we had enough seats to do that, but
They brought seats in
yeah,
where we watch warm-ups. There are four or five
yeah, there was,
seats that were like, usually there's just space to stand. I'm like,
yeah,
where did these seats come from? And the guy in the front row, he's really nice. We talk to him all the time because his
yeah,
daughter is a goalie.
yeah.
It was like, our front row seats are gone.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. It was, and I think that there were more seats up by the press bridge, was what Brian was
is that
saying
what
too.
Brian said?
I think
I
so.
think
I
anywhere
think
they could put a seat, they
yeah,
put
I
a
think they
seat.
were just adding as many seats as they could because they sold out. So
Hmm.
yeah, no, it was a super exciting night as far as attendance. Just to see everybody be out in full force for the team. And I'll tell you guys, because I was actually looking, I don't know if you were there when I was talking to mom and dad about this,
Hmm.
because we were looking at tickets for the
Oh
March
yeah.
29th game. They're almost sold out, guys. Like, I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's nuts. Like
I mean, that's
you
a Sunday afternoon game too.
it is
So
a Sunday afternoon.
we don't get many of those,
Yeah.
but that's I think people are really out in force because that's, kids go to school the
Yeah.
next day,
Yeah.
and we're normally getting weekday games, but we're selling out our way.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it was a Friday night game, but anyway,
Yeah, that was Friday.
our attendance is awesome. Our
Yeah.
building is electric, and we support our team,
Yeah.
and I'm here for it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the game and then we can talk about the future because there's a couple things that we need to talk about
Hmm.
that are coming up really quickly
Hmm.
after this episode comes out. So unfortunately, they scored very, very quickly. The Scepters scored
Very
very
quickly,
quickly.
28
Yeah,
seconds.
28 seconds in, which is funny because we were actually getting food at that moment and we were like, oh, poop.
What happened? What happened?
We left the arena or we didn't leave the arena,
No, we
but we
left our
left it. Yeah,
seats.
we left our seats and yeah, and they scored. But that was Jessie Comfer, which I love. I love her. I think she's super cute and she's fun. She's super fun personality, but she plays for the wrong team. So we're not going to be excited about her goal.
And Daryl Watts got an assist. Who
Yeah.
left the game sick,
Yeah,
but
left the
she
game
got an
sick
assist
midway.
early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when we were conjecturing about that, and I think it's funny because I'm like, they said illness, like she left mid-game
Yeah,
because of
not
illness.
injury,
And I'm
but
like, not
illness.
injury. And I'm like, yeah, she's puking in the locker room, guys. Like,
It had to be something like that. I asked their coach after in the after
oh yeah,
presser,
yeah,
how's she feeling? And he's like, she was with medical and I
yeah,
don't know anything, but
yeah,
I'm sure she's fine.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's totally healed up now. And I mean,
Hmm.
they played again today. We've been so busy this weekend I didn't see, but they did play again today, so I don't know if she
Yeah.
played or
I
not.
don't know
Sorry,
either.
guys.
Yeah.
And then we, as usual, we were very scoreless until the very last seconds of the first period, which is
Hmm.
actually very usual for us. The friends that we brought, I was actually saying it's not unusual at all for us to be very cold in the first, as far as scoring
It
in the
took a little
first
while to warm
warm up.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, and it definitely you could tell that we were coming back after a long break, and
Yeah.
we were just, it took us a little time to find ourselves on the ice, I felt.
Yeah, but that was Terralova. Terralova scored.
Yeah, first goal of the season.
Yeah, first goal with 12 seconds left in the first period. So that was obviously it was a great way to end the first period because we're like, okay, now we're tied.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be stressing about it. Da da da. So yeah, so it was good. It was I don't think there was anything else like monumental that happened
In the first,
in the first
I mean,
period.
there were no penalties,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was just we were blocking a lot of shots.
Yeah. So first intermission, I have to give a shout out. I finally met Quill, guys. And
We
this
met
is
Quill together.
Well, we
Oh,
met
you
Quill.
okay,
I've
okay.
never met Quill before. Yeah. So this
Okay.
is Quill is one of our what did they call themselves? A
Southern season ticket
Southern
holder.
season ticket holder.
He is from
He
Portland.
Harper's actually from Salem. She's not from Portland. She's from Salem, which is even further south.
Mm-hmm.
But they what do they say? They co-parent or they co-parent their season tickets
Co-parent their
with
tickets.
somebody else.
It's very
But
funny.
you have met Quill a
A
couple
couple
of times at
times.
other events that I hadn't been at, and
Hmm.
so it was kind of the joke, the running joke that I'm like, oh, does this Quill person really exist? Like, do they really exist?
They
But no,
exist.
we had a great conversation, so it was really fun.
Yeah.
It was very fun, Quill, to meet you and your friend Chelsea. Chelsea?
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Oh, poop schnoggle.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm bad with
Charlotte's
names.
first live game.
Yeah,
So good game to see. Not the
not the
result
result
we
we
wanted,
wanted.
but
It was
great
it was a fun
sellout.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, we tied him up twice. I mean, it was fun to be there and
Yeah.
happy to be back in our second home.
Yeah. Got to see lots of people. It was
Mhm.
fun.
Cindy came over first
Yeah, Cindy came
intermission.
over during first intermission, got to say
Hmm.
hi to her. I'm trying to think of who else, but I was also entertaining friends, so that was, I
Hmm.
think, a little bit for me. And I don't know, we didn't say it, but we dressed up. We deemed this the homecoming game since we were homecoming from Italy. We had to maybe explain a little bit more of that than I thought we were going to have. I thought saying homecoming people would get it, but they're like, "What homecoming?" I'm like,
What? What?
"They were all in Italy. Well, they weren't
Yeah.
all in Italy. A lot of them were in Italy, so now they're back." And they're like, "Oh, okay, homecoming. I get it." So
We celebrated their coming home.
yes. So Patty wore her suit and I wore a sparkly dress that I got in consignment for $15 and I got a lot of compliments on. So I was like,
You
that
looked
was a
really
good
good.
$15."
Had sparklers
Oh
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I finally I bought that was on Mama Bear.
Bear's Mama Bear.
Bear Mama, yeah, she recommended those. They're Phase It, F-A-Z-I-T. Phase It is the brand, and they were very easy to put on and take off. So I would highly recommend them if you want to do sparkly freckles. Phase It is worth it. You get like 5 in a pack, so they're not super spendy, but like for something you're gonna wear once, it's like ooh. But there's 5 in a pack, so it's not just 1 in a pack. Just
She
for
looked
everybody to
really
know.
cute.
It was fun. It was fun to dress up and feel fancy.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so going to
Hmm.
the second period, I'm trying to think. So they scored, Ella Shelton scored at 4:25,
Hmm.
and then we took a penalty. Actually, Natalie Snodgrass.
No,
Oh,
that was Renata Fast scored, and that was her first
oh, it
goal of the
was Renata
season.
Fast. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Renata
Yeah,
Fast. It was Renata Fast first goal of the
that's what it
season.
says.
That's kind of
Yeah.
shocking. Okay. So Renata Fast scored. I'm sorry, I was looking at who assisted. Renata Fast, her first goal of the season, and that was at 4:25. And then Natalie Snodgrass took a slashing penalty at 8:34, which we, killed that penalty, which is great. So we're running from behind, which is not our favorite way to play, I will say. I think the team does not appreciate being behind, but we then got at the very almost the very end of the second
Yeah.
period.
A minute, 12 seconds
Yeah,
left to
yeah,
go.
yeah. We got our second goal, and that was Natalie Snodgrass's first goal
First goal of the
of the season.
season.
Yeah, so that was really fun. So she was that it was assisted by Alex Carpenter and Jesse Eldridge. So I think let's talk about the lines a little bit. So normally, what we call the Avengers line has become Bilka, Knight, and
Carpin.
Carpy, and so obviously with Bilka and Night Out, Carpy was playing with 2 other people. And so
Hmm.
I think was it Eldridge and Snodgrass the whole
I
night?
think so.
Yeah. And so, but I also feel like our 3AB line, which is the 3 actual blondes, because Eldridge plays on that line too with
Hmm.
Serdachny and Gosling.
Hmm.
I feel like she was maybe playing on,
Maybe it was on a change. I
I don't
don't
know.
I don't know.
It was hard. It was hard, guys, because it was not the usual, obviously, because we had players out. So, The one thing I do want to say that we did talk about is that I felt like Jenna Buglioni got a bunch more ice time than she normally. I'm not looking at stats, but
Mhm.
it was noticeable that she was on the ice more than she had been in the past. So that was really nice to see too, was just to see her out there getting some more ice time. And like Seth too, like
Yeah.
as you know, her rookie, her first official game, it was good to see her out there and see watching her presence. I don't feel like she had a bunch of ice time, but I do feel like
Mm-mm.
she was out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
And then at the very end, with 1 second left of the second period, Emma Malte took a penalty for the Scepters, a holding penalty. So we got to start the third period on the
Fresh
power
sheet of
play.
ice,
Yeah,
power play. Yeah.
on the power play.
Minute 59, which we didn't do anything with, but we got a lot of shots.
Yeah, we got to talk about second intermission first. You
Yes, second intermission.
chronological
Sorry,
order.
second intermission. Okay.
So just so everybody knows, the trinket exchange is still going on at second intermission
At
at
the
the Living
Living
Wall.
Wall.
Yeah. So if you want to bring some crafty things to actually I shoved them all in the bag. I didn't even
Mm.
show you. Like I got a little crocheted heart that was like it looks like a Christmas ornament. It's really
I didn't
cute.
see that.
Yes, and
And
I
her
got
pride
really awesome
bracelet.
Pride, really awesome. It was PWHL Pride. And actually I'm sorry, I apologize. I didn't look up your name, but they commented on our TikTok that they were really glad to meet us, and it was her and her partner that
Oh,
had the bracelets, and they're
love
like, it
it.
was really nice to meet you, and I was like,
Love
oh,
it.
it's really great to meet you too.
I didn't go. I didn't go to the
No, no,
trinket
you didn't,
exchange.
because I took my friends that we came
Mhm.
with, and you stayed at the seats, which is funny because then we saw Bugs' parents. I saw Bugs' parents at the Living Wall, and I was like, "Oh, Patty stayed at our seats just in case you guys came by," because that Janine and John like to come by and say hi to us. They're very sweet people.
Very
We
sweet. We love
jokingly
talking to
say that
them.
like they're so incognito, people have no idea who they are walking on the arena, but they should have like to have crowns on,
They
like
should.
they're royalty.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, anyway, no,
Always nice to
it's
talk to
very
them.
nice yeah, it's just good to catch up with people. And I just want to shout out to them. They drive down every game, guys, from Vancouver. Like I mean, like that's dedicated parents right there, if I have to say so. Like that's yeah,
Absolutely.
on it, yeah, that they drive down. So anyway, yeah, it was good. I was glad for them that Jenna was getting some more ice time. And yeah, we were really hoping that she would score in the
I
third.
really had a
So
premonition that she was
I
going to
just
score
want
third. It didn't happen,
yeah.
but I
My
just
wife is a
felt
witch,
it.
guys, so it could have happened because she is a witch, but it didn't happen. So
Darn it. I'm gonna have to conjure that up somehow.
I got a wand at Harry Potter Land, guys. So maybe
You
I
got a
can use
wand
my I
fitting.
know I did. I got a wand fitting and I got a wand. It was really fun. But I was being very much a kid at that point. Our oldest was like, "Why can't I get a wand?" And Patty was like, "Because this is your mom's favorite thing in the entire universe." And I was like, "Really is. I'm not lying."
Like, can you even
No,
see
no,
me? No,
no, none of
no,
the
you
Harry
want
Potter, all
all
the
the
Harry
Harry
Potter
Potter
stuff's too
Legos?
low. You can't see
Okay.
my Harry Potter Legos. They're
Mm.
too low. Uh, okay, so back to the game. So now we're tied up 2-2, starting power play at the beginning of the third, which unfortunately we didn't do anything with. And then 5 minutes in, right after that, Emma Malte scored. It was the game winning goal at that point. But yeah, like she scored. And so it was, it was competitive. We had lots of good chances. I don't know, what did shots on goal end up being?
Oh, what were shots on
I
goal?
know. 29-31
Yeah.
in our favor. So it wasn't even like we were super outshot or anything like that. And I will say, the game should have probably ended 3-2, but we chose to pull the goalie. And Hannah Murphy was in goal. We didn't
Hmm.
say that either.
And CJ was on the bench.
And CJ was on the
Uh-huh.
bench, right? Yeah, yeah. It's funny because we saw Schroeds in the tunnel, just in, not dressed out before the game, and we were like, oh, CJ must be on the bench tonight
Yeah.
because Schroeds is not in her goalie gear. So yeah, so at 2 minutes till the end, we pulled the goalie, and
And
then they
Hannah.
got an empty net goal, and then we pulled the goalie again, and they
And then
got another
another
empty
empty.
net goal. So that was a little deflating. And I will say it kind of made me feel like, okay, there's a bunch of new fans here because a bunch of people started leaving. Because I was like, are the fans that have stood by this team up until this point like nobody left. I mean, those people didn't leave. We didn't
Mhm.
leave. We stood there.
There were different vibes in the building. I
Yeah,
mean,
I didn't know if we were
here
going
it
to talk
was.
about that. We were
I
going to
don't
talk about
know.
it. There was a little bit more broy vibes going on than we're used to. And it's funny because you had made the comment after the Ducks game
Hmm.
that it just didn't feel the same as the tour. You can talk about it.
It
So.
felt really different. And I mean, I've been to a lot of Ducks games. I was a season ticket holder for 20 years and I've been to a lot. And I think it's just that I've gotten used to the vibes that we have at the Climate Pledge, watching the women and just a lot of women in the building
Yeah.
and a lot of, just
Wouldn't say it's like mostly women. It's probably
there's
50-50, but it's the vibe that people of all genders bring to these games that is not the broy, you know, testosterone filled vibe that
Mhm.
I didn't feel it as much at the Ducks game as you did, but
You didn't feel it at the Ducks game?
not
I mean,
really.
I walked around a lot in
Yeah.
intermission. When I was walking around in intermission, I was like, where are my people? Like, these are not my people. And there's just it felt very alien,
Hmm.
which is very weird for me
Yeah.
because I never got that feeling before at the pond, and I don't think they've changed.
Yeah.
I think I've changed,
Yeah.
and I love that
Yeah.
about me. But yeah, I felt a little bit of that at the just
Yeah, so I felt like there was some new fans. I mean, obviously people are hyped up about the Olympics, which it's funny because I just saw an interview with Kendall Coyne Schofield, a snip of hers on
Instagram.
It was on Instagram, but it's Billie Jean King. She's doing it with Abby
Oh, yeah,
Wambach,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
don't know who the other woman is that's on the show. I'm sorry, I apologize, but their show that they're doing right now, their podcast that they're doing right now, and Kendall Coyne Schofield was saying, which I totally agree with her 100%. She was like, it used to be like people got hyped about the women's hockey during Olympics, and then they were like, so where can I watch this? And prior to these, the PWHL, it was like, well, maybe in 8 months you can. And she was like, and then you've lost your fan.
Hmm.
And then you've lost your fan. So I
Hmm.
just love the fact, and she was one of the, people who founded and started and created this league. So she obviously has a very, I mean, obviously she's still playing too, but just has that mindset. But it's true. It's like now we can move that momentum forward from the Olympics.
Immediately.
Yes. It's like, okay, the Olympics were last week, and now we start, now the league starts back up and people can get excited about the players they were excited about in the Olympics. So yeah, I mean, I think that there's a hype. I'm hoping that the vibe that we normally feel is the vibe that will overcome anybody who wants to bring a different vibe into into the women's hockey space. Like I love the vibe that we normally have, which is very inclusive and not
No shaming, no.
so I'll just call it out. I'm just gonna say it. There
Okay.
was a very loud young man that was standing up during play, was just being obnoxious and would self-admitted he didn't know what he was talking about. He would start yelling and he's like, but I don't even know what's really going on. And so it was very obvious it was like a self-centered, like, look at me behavior, which I get that could be male or female. Like I'm not, but it just happened to be a young man, and it was, and all of us around him were telling him, like, sit down, like, you don't need to, like, I mean, I wasn't even using my mom voice, I was using my,
But he was centering himself in a space that he had no
no,
business
yeah, center
centering
himself.
himself.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
just the I don't know, what's the
It
word
was
I'm
just
looking
the wrong
for?
vibe. It was not
Yeah.
the vibe that anybody around him, even his friends, were embarrassed by his behavior because you could tell that they were like, oh my gosh, kids, sit down, like, stop. Anyway, but they were sitting right in front of us, which is not, like, it was just, it didn't ruin the night at all, but it was just one of those moments where it was like, yeah, this is what we don't normally have to deal with this at a torrent game. Like, it's normally like good vibes. We all yell, which is not like, being loud is not the problem. It was
Mm.
just the obnoxiousness and, like I said, just the disrespect of, like, standing in front of people, and not caring about disrupting other people's experience for the game. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I don't want
Sorry, I
to
brought
focus.
it
No,
up.
no, no, no. I don't want to focus on it anymore, basically. So we didn't win.
No, we didn't. We didn't. But the score wasn't indicative of the
No,
game.
no, no, no. It should have been 3-2. Like,
Yeah.
had we left Hannah Murphy in goal, it would have been
I
three to
mean, we
two.
were outshot in the first. I was looking at the breakdown of
Yeah,
shots. We were outshot in the first. It was even in the second and the third. It was all us.
yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if we left Hannah in the net, what would have gone on, but pulling the goalie, it's not like it was a mistake.
No, no, I
It
don't
was
think
just
it was a
we
mistake.
gave
It
up
was just,
goals.
yeah, it just happened. It just
Yeah,
happened. And again, I think that also the team having two players out, I think it was just
disruptive.
enough of a disruption, especially because, they were all just getting back and getting into the groove of it again. It's just enough of a disruption that I'm sure it just, they just weren't on their game.
Yeah,
But that's okay. We're fans. Doesn't matter.
forever,
Fans
forever.
for life.
Yeah.
Fans for life. So, that was the game on Friday night. You went to post game.
Terralova got the third star.
Yeah, Terralova got the third star, and she was in the presser post game.
Terralova and
Snodgrass.
Snodgrass
No.
and yeah,
And
and
coach.
coach. Yeah. And it was nice. They were somber,
Yeah.
of course, because it's hard to talk about, the game when you lose. It's much easier to talk about it when you win. But it was kind of hard because we talked to it was
I didn't
came
watch
out.
the
Oh, you
no, I
didn't
didn't
watch
watch it.
theirs. Okay. Well,
This is the
the
deal,
goalie
guys.
Kirk
After
was there and Maltese and their coach and
yeah, Troy Ryan.
they're not like, woo, I mean, because they're in enemy
Yeah.
territory. The coach talked about how nice it is to come into our building to play, that they love
Yeah.
coming to Climate Pledge to play, and that the building was electric. And even the two players, the goalie Kirk was there, and Maltese talked about how electric it was with all the
Yeah.
people there, even though they weren't cheering for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had some cheering for them, but just to have that many people cheering on hockey and
Yeah.
cheering everyone on, it was just, they couldn't not say it.
Yeah.
I thought.
So just so everybody knows, after the game, there's always two press conferences. There's one, the first one they always do with the opposing team, which obviously is awkward no matter what, but even more awkward when we lose. I mean, you just got to go in there and be professional and ask questions, and people do a really good job of that. And then we always get to talk to a couple of our players too.
Mhm.
So I don't always watch the opposing team. There normally has to be a reason for me to want to watch that. Not that I don't care, but it's just,
We're all about the
yeah,
tournament.
we are all
Like,
about the tournament. And I'm just
that's
a
what we
busy
celebrate.
person, and so like I don't always
Don't
have
have a lot of
time
extra time.
to watch every
Yeah.
single piece of footage that comes at me.
Yeah.
But
And your friend, you were entertaining.
I was
So
entertaining. Yeah,
I
so
got to listen to him on the way home because again,
yeah.
so
So that was Friday night. And then we came home that night, which all the way back to Tacoma. And
Mhm.
so got to sleep in our own beds for the first time in a week, which we were very grateful for.
Yes, very good.
It was very grateful. And then our weekend got super busy again because we turned around and went back up to Seattle because we actually ran a 5K, the Hot Chocolate 5K this morning, which is a race that we do every year. It's a super fun race.
Come out.
Yeah,
That's
like
weird. You can
I
sign up
honestly
right
want to
now.
be like, yeah, sign up right. You can sign up for next year right now. I don't even know when it is. It's normally end of February, beginning of March, but it's a cold race, but it's super fun. Just the most great fun, like inclusive, like everybody cheering everybody on vibes.
Yeah.
And I'm not a runner, but I just think it's fun, and so that we always do it. So yeah, so we did that this morning. So that's why it's 6, it's after 6 on Sunday night that we're recording the podcast because we like chumps, after a long vacation, decided to have a busy weekend with friends in town. So yeah, now we all have to go back to work and school tomorrow.
I don't.
No,
I
Patty
feel
doesn't.
guilty,
No, she
but
doesn't. No,
everyone else
she's been
does.
doing laundry all day, guys. She doesn't even feel guilty at all. I took a 2-hour nap and she's been doing laundry all day. So I did want to talk about what's upcoming because I think that's important.
Mhm.
So
The March 11th.
no, that's no.
Oh, okay.
Chronological order.
Oh,
You
okay.
you got we got to
Sorry.
do things in
Sorry.
chronological order. So Saturday, March 7th, which is the next thing that we have coming up, guys.
Oh.
There is the female non-binary Oops All
Oops, All
Goalies event. So that's at the Kraken Community Iceplex. It's I believe it's 7:30, something like that. And it's free.
free.
Yeah, free for
My
fans.
favorite prize.
Yes, free. Come out, cheer on the team, the two teams that are going to be playing. But it's all female non-binary people that are playing.
All
So
goalies.
goalies.
All
So yes,
goalies.
this is the we talked about this before. Kyle
had
actually,
Kyle on.
yeah, Kyle and we had one of the junior Kraken goal coaches, Julia. Yeah, I was like, I don't want to get her name wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so we had them on an episode not very long. Well, yeah, I mean, gosh,
It was
we're
long.
coming up on a year of this podcast now, which I can't believe, but whatever. So the Oops All Goalies event is Saturday night. We are probably, I mean, and we still haven't really figured this out logistically, but we're gonna do it. We're probably going to stream on our YouTube channel the game, which is going to be a very low technology, like one camera, us commentating probably with our mics, no biggie, but just because there's a lot of people that want to come that can't, that live out of town, that want to watch it. So we're going to stream it on YouTube. I think Kyle might do some streaming too, but he's going to be on ice because he officiates. So we're still figuring out all the logistics. But if you're local and come out, please come out. It'll be a super fun night. It is ridiculous to watch the goalies
And then it's
skate.
going to be all female non-binary.
Yes,
It's gonna be
it's
amazing.
ridiculous to watch the goalies skate the whole thing. So please come. Just super fun event. And there's going to be some raffles. which brings us to our next thing is the March 11th game. We actually can't go to because I have a work trip that my boss is forcing me to go on. I was actually like, but there's a torrent game. And she was like, and I was like, no, 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 you don't understand. There's a torrent game, but I can't get out of it. So I have to go out of town and Patty's got to work that night. So shout out to mom and dad who are going to be watching the
Thank you,
kiddos.
Mom and Dad. Thank you, thank you, thank
Yes,
you.
because neither of us are going to be here or available. And we're going to be, anyway, so we're not going to be at the game. So we had given or we had traded two tickets. So that's something else we need to talk about really quick before we end tonight.
Mhm.
We had traded two tickets for a game in Boston that we're going to. So we'll talk about that trip here in just a second. But the person who took our that we traded with can't come, and so we ended up with what we thought we were only going to have two tickets for the game. We had four tickets for the game, and so we just surpassed 1,000 followers on Instagram. And so we decided if our 1,000th follower was local, we would give them the two extra tickets that we had to the March 11th game. And they are. Oh, yes, Anna.
Birthday.
Anna, yeah, it's her birthday week too. And she's from Boston. And
Oh,
so she was really, I didn't tell you that. She's
no.
from Boston. So she's really excited because they're playing Boston.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah,
But she's going to root for the torrent.
of course she's going to root for the torrent. No, no, no. She's going to root for the
Oh,
torrent.
okay.
You're so funny.
Okay.
But so anyway, so Anna's taking those two tickets, and then we're giving Kyle our other two because we have four tickets total. Our other two tickets to that game to raffle off for the Oops All Goalies event, and all of the proceeds from the raffles are going to the Seattle Women's Hockey Club,
Yay.
probably to their event that's coming up at the end of March, the Puck's Place Market event that they have a hockey tournament every year. So that's coming up this weekend. That's March 7th. So probably my guess is next week's episode, since we don't have a game in between now and then, is going to be mostly about the Oops All Goalies event and all the stuff that's going on there. We'll watch the game on March 11th, even though we won't be together and I'll be out of town.
Yeah.
We'll watch the game
Watch
at some
the
point.
next day,
Yeah,
but
we'll figure it out. And then we'll put out another episode of that. But then we are going to Montreal and Boston to see the team play. So we got we just while like this trade happened with this woman who has tickets in Boston, and so we decided we were going to see if we could catch the Montreal game there. So the Montreal game I think is on the 19th because yeah, we fly on the 18th I think. So the 19th and then which is a Thursday, and then the Boston game is Saturday. So we'll be exhausted when we get home on Sunday, but we'll record a podcast, and I'm sure we'll be social mediaing it too, but we'll tell you guys all about that. So even though we will be missing that March 11th game, we're gonna have some games to go to before they're home.
We're gonna go to the watch party and
oh yeah, because there's a game on the 13th. So if there's a watch party, so like that's the if there's a and we'll hopefully know about that next week because that'll be before the Monday episode will be before the 13th. So if we know where the watch party is going to be, we'll definitely let you guys know because we're planning on going because thankfully we're free and normally kid free on Friday nights. So we'll be able to go.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a big, long, holy cow episode.
Yeah.
We have a lot of stuff coming up, but the biggest thing is Oops All Goalies, guys. Come out if you can. Definitely support. This is it's such a fun, ridiculous event. It's a ridiculous thing that Kyle does, and I love the fact that it's just gained in popularity and super fun. So
yeah, and there's gonna be all female non-binary.
Yeah. And it's the first time he's ever done that. I mean, he's always had female goalies play in. I think always he's had them play in the Oops All Goalies event. Right. It's the first time he's done an all female.
Can we talk about?
No.
No. Okay.
No spoilers.
Nope.
Okay. What else? Well, the Ducks just scored, so it's tied.
There you go. Sorry. She's got that hooked up. I put do not disturb because I'm just here.
Okay, last words.
I think travel is the last word because
we have a lot of travel.
We're traveling to games. Everyone was on traveling. They came back. I think travel is my last word, and I'm just glad they're back here.
Yeah.
And that we get to see them again, even when we miss a game.
Yeah.
So sad we're missing a game.
Yeah, sad we're missing a game, but glad that we got to hook some people up with tickets too, because that's super fun.
Yeah, and it always seems to work out really.
It does. I know, because like Sarah won the first tickets, and that just was like a super fun experience. And now Anna's going to become our BFF. I was like, next time we're in the arena together, we have to meet in person.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay, guys. Saturday, if you're available, come out. Oops All Goalies. It's March 7th. I'm gonna say 7 p.m. because if it starts at 7:30, then you'll just be there a little early.
Come buy merch. They'll have merch.
Yeah, they'll have merch. Oh yeah, he's got merch hats and.
Don't we have oops? Oh no, we have Pride jerseys.
We have a hat. Oops All Goalies hat. Yeah. So we do have merch, but he has merch and fun stuff. So
yeah.
Okay, guys.
All right.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And that's the show. Tune in next time for another episode of Gloves Off Seattle.